Libra, welcome. This is the Tana Tarot Zodiac channel. And Libra, this is your reading for this week, your Zodiac reading. We're changing it up a little bit. This is going to be all about your month of December. So I did a ton of shuffling from 2 Oracle and 3 Tarot decks, and then kind of shuffled these up, the Zodiac sign cards, and then just kind of randomly placed them on piles, so it's all very random. So Libra, let's look and see what's going to be happening in December. Let me lay out the cards, and then I will come back and call them out. Interesting. So, let me pick it up. We have number 13, the commitment card. The frequency of commitment supports our ability to devote ourselves in all aspects of our being and with unwavering belief. I like it. It's about commitment to keeping your promises to others and to yourself. It's about being solid and true and trustworthy. Like if you make a commitment, you make that commitment. People, if you say you're going to be there, you're going to be there. If you decide that you no longer want to keep the commitment or that you want to change the commitment, you don't just like change it. You don't just exit stage right. You speak to the person or the entity or whatever that you made the commitment with and said, hey, I made this commitment and for this reason I need to end it or I want to change it. You're just honorable and trustworthy. That's the total energy that I'm getting from this commitment card. And we have, I think it's pronounced Freya. It's F-R-E-Y-J-A, but I don't think you say the J. And it's bold. It's unleash your adventurous side, take risks, and be daring. Isn't that interesting? Commitment, solid, stable, secure. Adventurous, jump on a train and go somewhere. Very, very interesting. Your December. Sorry, the mail lady and I was distracted. It's interesting, whenever I see 2 cards with such divergent energy, I either think of someone needing to find balance between the 2 or end one and move towards the other. And what I'm feeling here is finding balance, okay? We never want to give up our honorable and true and decent self of, number 1, being able to make commitments, because some people can't. And when we make the commitments, to uphold them, and if anything ever needs to be changed, to be honorable with that. And it's card number 13, which reduces to 4, and that's about security, stability, all that. And then we have Crazy Freya over here, unleash your adventurous side, take risks, and be daring. I feel like in December, Libra, oh, and look, you are all about balance, aren't you, Libra? Yes, the scales. I feel like in December, Libra, you are needing balance. You are focused on finding balance. And here's what I think. With the 10 of Wands, I feel like the commitments that you've made have become overwhelming. Like when I was reading this card, you were probably like, oh God, commitments, right? And there's another thing about commitments. Really think about something before you make a commitment. Okay? I remember, I love watching The King of Queens. If you ever watch it, they're Doug and Carrie. Doug and Carrie, Doug and Carrie. Anyway, Doug's good friend Deacon had a he was a big brother to this boy that didn't have a dad. And everyone admired him so much. And Doug was like, well, I'm going to do that. And he did. And he got a kid that was very quiet, very repressed. The kid had just lost their dad, so I think they were like still kind of in shock and limbo. And Doug was like, hey, you want to go play video games, blah, blah, blah. And hey, you want to go do this? And the kid was just very non-responsive, not like Deacon's kid at all. And Doug, after one visit, was like, oh my God, I made this commitment, and how am I going to keep this? You know, not going any deeper about finding out what the deal was. And throughout the end of the show, he did end up getting more in touch with the boy and finding out what the deal was. But they ended up getting the kid someone else. But you may have made way too many commitments, okay? And that's a problem as well, because commitments are very important to keep. And if you've made too many, to where you don't have time, you don't have the energy, or you start to resent them, that's something that you need to look at in December. Because I see, Libra, in December, I see you feeling overwhelmed, overburdened. And also, let's say you've made a commitment in a relationship. Let's say it's a love relationship, and you made the commitment. You're going to be the one that takes care of the house, and your partner's going to be the one that goes out and does the living. And so your job is in the house, their job is out. And it's just much, okay? It's overwhelming. Even though you made this agreement with your partner, when they get home, they don't give you a hand or anything, and it's like your job is 24/7. Okay? Something like that. And you know, or you know, it could be the other way around, but whatever it is, this commitment is, or these commitments are too much, overwhelming, too much. You cannot, you don't want to anymore, and you're ready to put some down. Okay, and so that's fine as long as, you know, what we talked about. So you need to find a balance. All right. I feel like with the Seven of Cups, I feel like you have a lot of fear and confusion. I feel like with this Seven of Cups, this could have shown you, this could show you back when you were making these commitments. Like, you could have a little bit of people pleaser in you, you know, wanting to make everyone happy. But I feel like you're overwhelmed with choices, overwhelmed and burdened with responsibility and tasks. I mean, when I see this Ten of Wands, I feel like someone that gets up at 6 in the morning and goes to bed at 10 at night. Or 11 at night, you know, and doesn't get any support, any help, and feels very taken advantage of. And this also, the Seven of Cups could be about, what do I give up? What do I keep? What do I give up? What do I do out of all these options? So just the message that I'm getting here is, it's time to own your life. Let's go back to Freya. Bold. Unleash your adventurous side, take risks, and be daring. What do you want? What makes you happy? Say you've created, let's say there's a parent that needs taking care of, and you have siblings, and for some reason, they're not doing jack, and you're the one doing everything. In this instance, I would say be bold and say, look, I am, you know, oh, it's just too much, blah, blah, blah. No. You're like, I'm scaling back. I'll be able to check in the mornings on my way to work before the caretaker gets there. but I can no longer do evening check-ins, and I can no longer do both weekend days. I'll check in on Sunday morning on my way to church or on my way to coffee with my friends. I want to see my mom. I love my mom, but I'm not going to be the only one doing this. Okay? And whatever it is, groceries, whatever. You will spend time, the amount of time that you want to spend, that you think is necessary. Not time that makes you resent it. You're going to be bold. Okay? Also, you're going to start doing some fun stuff. You're going to start making some choices for some fun stuff, and not just commitments, not just responsibilities. I see this in December. I see you putting down this load, making different choices, being bold and daring while still honoring your commitments, Libra. Really finding balance. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. It's like a whole new start. Stable, solid. I see this as you, like I'm starting over. And I feel like this is happening in December. And I feel like this is you with your new plan in January. Like, this is what I'm doing. And nothing less and nothing more. And, it's flexible. It can be changed. But this is after you've put all this away. This is you put down, you have 10 things here. You've put down 6. Okay? And this is you with those 6 things, honoring your commitments, moving forward, but way more balanced, way more solid, way more stable. Beautiful, and it's small, and it's young, and it's new, and it's fresh, and you get to start out. I love this, actually. It's a beautiful, young, fresh, new energy, and this is how you're going to start out the new year. Beautiful, Libra. You are going to totally find the balance in between commitment and self-care and self-love and having fun. And don't ask people, tell people what you're going to do and what it's going to be like, especially if this is you. No fair. All right, Libra, this is what I have for you. This is your December, and your January is going to be even better. I'm very excited for you to find this balance. Thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.